In 1925, British explorer Percy Fawcett entered the Amazon searching for a lost city he called Zede. He believed the jungle hid the ruins of an ancient civilization. With his son Jack and Raleigh Rimmel beside him, he walked into one of the most dangerous places on Earth. They expected discovery. Instead, they became one of history's greatest mysteries. Fawcett did not believe the Amazon was empty wilderness. He believed ancient people had built cities, roads, and settlements beneath the trees. Many laughed at him, but he trusted old documents, rumors, and clues from earlier journeys. To him, Zede was not fantasy. It was proof that the jungle had once held a forgotten world. Fawcett wanted to travel light. He believed a small group could move faster and avoid frightening indigenous communities. So he chose only 2 companions, his son, Jack, and Raleigh Rimmel. They carried limited supplies, weapons, maps, and hope. The plan was bold, but in the Amazon, courage could become danger very quickly. On April 20th, 1925, the expedition left Cuiabá, Brazil. Behind them were roads, towns, and newspapers following their journey. Ahead waited rivers, insects, heat, hunger, and unknown tribes. Each step took them farther from rescue. Fawcett believed he was walking toward history. But the jungle does not care what a man believes. For Fawcett, this journey was not only about discovery. His son Jack walked beside him, young, loyal, and eager to prove himself. The jungle tested them together. Every river crossed, and every night under the trees tied their fate closer. A father chased a dream, and a son followed him into danger, trusting the man who believed Zede was real. The Amazon was beautiful, but merciless. Rain soaked their clothes, mosquitoes attacked their skin, mud swallowed their boots, rivers blocked the path, and every sound in the trees felt alive. The deeper they went, the smaller the men became. Maps lost certainty. Time felt different. The forest was no longer scenery. It was an enemy watching silently. As they moved deeper, Fawcett searched for signs. Unusual earthworks, old trails, pottery, carved stones, or stories from local people. To him, every clue mattered. Modern archaeology has shown that parts of the Amazon did support complex pre-Columbian societies, making Fawcett's general belief less impossible than many once thought. The expedition reached a place known as Dead Horse Camp, named from an earlier journey when Fawcett's horse had died there. From this point, the group prepared to move into more dangerous unknown territory. Fawcett wrote to his wife with confidence, telling her not to fear failure. It was one of his final messages. After Dead Horse Camp, the trail grows uncertain. Fawcett, Jack, and Raleigh moved beyond the last reliable point of contact. No confirmed letter followed. No clear witness brought them back into history. They stepped into a place where maps became guesses and rumors became all that remained. From that moment, the jungle began keeping its secret. Then, nothing. Days passed. Weeks passed. No message came. In Britain and Brazil, people waited for news. Newspapers that had followed the expedition began asking questions. Had they found Zed? Were they lost, captured, dead? The silence was more frightening than any answer. The world realized Fawcett had vanished. Many people refused to accept the mystery. Search parties entered the Amazon looking for Fawcett and his companions. Some believed they were alive. Others hoped to find bones, equipment, or a final message. But the jungle punished the searchers too. Several expeditions failed, and at least one searcher died while trying to solve the mystery. Over the years, many theories appeared. Some said Fawcett's group was killed by hostile tribes. Others believed they died from hunger, disease, or exhaustion. Some claimed they lived among indigenous people. Objects were found, stories were told, but none solved the case. The mystery grew because every answer came with doubt. For decades, many dismissed Fawcett's lost city as fantasy. But later research revealed evidence of complex ancient societies in parts of the Amazon, including settlements, roads, earthworks, and organized landscapes. Fawcett may not have found Zede, but his belief that the jungle hid forgotten civilizations was not completely wrong. Percy Fawcett became more famous after vanishing than he ever was in life. Writers, explorers, filmmakers, and adventurers kept returning to his story. The lost city, the father and son, the final letter, the endless jungle, all became part of the legend. But behind the myth were three real men who walked into the forest and never came home. Nearly a century later, no one knows exactly what happened to Percy Fawcett, Jack, and Raleigh. Their dream of Zeed ended in silence, but their story still pulls people toward the unknown. Maybe they found nothing. Maybe they came close. Maybe the jungle simply took them. What remains is a warning. Some mysteries do not wait to be solved. They wait to be respected.